Okay. Hi everybody. I'm going to try this again. The first time I got cut off. So I wanted to share a couple things that I discovered. A couple things that I have purchased. I found some really good deals. Um, and I just want to share them with you real quick. I did give a little sneak peek on my Instagram before I even had made the video, and I thought it would make a really good video. So here's my attempt at making another one. Alright, so I was watching Allie Brown, and I was just sitting and doodling and playing around doing this and watching Allie Brown, and she was showing how to take clear acetate and apply rub-ons. And of course I ran and dug out all the rub-ons that I had and was trying to do it on the clear acetate for tip-ins, but unfortunately I don't have any of the Jane Davenport rub-ons and it wasn't working. So which brings me to my first point, or my first thing. I just like the rest of us, I constantly shop online. I do a lot of my shopping on eBay. And one art supply that I don't have or didn't have was alcohol markers. So I came across these. They were like 20 bucks, and I'm like, okay, you know, it's cheaper than Copics. I can try them out and see how they are. And as I was shopping, I came across this. Can you see? This big, huge case. And it came with the case. But let me find the zipper. Look at this. I don't know if I'm late to the party or what, but all of these markers, all these alcohol markers for $40. 80 markers for $40. 50 cents a marker. So that's like a way better deal than the Spectrum. And they look exactly like the Spectrum. They don't have the cool brush like Copics do. They don't have the brush tip, but you know, just to try out and to play with, that's fine. So yeah, that's a really great deal. If you don't have any alcohol markers, I'd recommend maybe going on eBay. These were from like China or something, so they took 2 weeks to get, but they came and they're great. They're great. They have like, you know, they have the I don't know how to do this. The fine tip and then the where am I at? Chisel. But I thought that was a great deal. So as I'm watching Allie Brown, she's doing that, and I'm like, well, maybe I should try with my alcohol markers. So I got some acetate, and I started playing around. A couple tips I found out with that. But first, let me show you something else that I got off of eBay. This is a great deal. I like gouache. I love gouache, actually. It's kind of like watercolor, you know. We all know what that is. Most of us know. It's opaque, kind of like watercolor. But the thing is, I paid like 40 bucks for my Holbein gouache. And I got like little half the size, 5 milliliter tubes for like 40 bucks for like 18. I found this on eBay. It's called, see that? Poster paint? Poster color? When I looked it up, it said that it was just student grade gouache, but this is Winsor Newton, and it's just like the Holbein. It's really creamy. It seems like good quality. It's great. You know, I paid $16 for this, and they're 10 milliliter bottles. $16. So run and go get those too, because that was a great deal. So as I'm watching Allie Brown, I'm playing around making these little feather things, and aren't they cute? It's like something you can add into your journal, or I'm always trying to find things to decorate my journal, so I figured, you know, you can like, you know, either just glue it to a page, or like, oh, like right here, I glued one to my page there, or you know, use it as even a bookmark would be cool, or tip in. So she's showing how to do these tip ins, and I'm like, okay, let's try it. So I pulled out some acetate or some packaging, and I it didn't work with with the rub-on. So then I did this one. And I did this one with just the Posca markers. Writes right on there. I never knew that. I was just playing around and I'm like, oh, that's so cool, you know? So then I kept playing around and I'm like, well, let me see if I could do something with these alcohol markers. And do you know, look at what I got with the alcohol markers. Look at that. It's so cool. So what I did is I just took like a Sharpie, or I even, you know what? I even used my brush marker, not brush marker, Pentel brush pen, and you can, that works too. But now I have fingerprints all over it. But, you know, if you have any of those, oh, another good purchase, I guess. I'm not sponsored by eBay, but if you go on eBay and you look up, I get on film and I can't remember the name of anything. The magic erasers. Do you know those sponges that like clean really well? If you look up a generic magic eraser, you can get like a bag of 100 for like, I don't know, 10 bucks or something. And if that helps, like if you prime, I always do this with my paint palettes. I'll prime it with one of these. And it makes the surface more, you know, more grabby. See how that is? That works perfect. But you can do that, or you can just use a Sharpie. Sharpie works. But the only thing is, you know, alcohol markers resist the Sharpie, so I just flipped it over. And then you can color with your alcohol markers. You see that? But see, like if you try it on the same side, you have to flip it over, because if you try it with the same side, it totally erases the Sharpie. So yeah, I was playing around making all these cute little things. This is with the paint pens. I did one. My son's birthday was this weekend, so I'm going to do some writing in my journal. So I did one for him, like a little overlay. And then I tried my new poster paints and did this one. Isn't that cool? Can you see? So yeah, all I did was I primed it. Let's try it without priming it. I have another piece here. This is all the poster paint I just showed. So let's see if it works without priming the surface. My desk is a total wreck. Alright, let's just use black. I don't use a lot of, you can't, well, I mean, I guess it won't work as well if you use a bunch of water in it, like, but just use it like acrylic, I guess, and then, yeah, it works. You don't even have to prime it with the magic eraser. So then I'm like, okay, so if that works, then acrylic's gotta work. So then I pulled out some acrylic. This is just Dilutions paint in a bottle. Cool stuff, you know. So then you have like an awesome little tip-in for your journal. Isn't that cool? So now I have all these little cool things I can put in my journal, which I'm so excited about. I'm sorry, my video is autofocusing. Let's see if I can show. Oh, you can see pretty good. Yeah. Neat. So I wanted to show you, I wanted to share that with you, those two deals, because they're great. I mean, 40 bucks for 80 markers and 16 bucks for 10 milliliter tubes of gouache. It works great. I mean, I guess it says it's student grade, and I guess the light fastness and all that wouldn't, you know, be as great as the Holbein, but just for us journalers and stuff, it's a great deal and a great way to try it out. You know, it beats 40 bucks. So I wanted to show how I did this, and at the same time I wanted to try to do it on the acetate. So if I have enough time without this video cutting me off, I will try to do that real quick. Okay, so this is all I did. So this is what we have, and then what I did is I just made like a leaf shape. I don't know if we're calling them leaves or if we're calling feathers, right? They're feathers. And then just make a squiggly line through like that. And then make some thick and thin lines. And you can even like squiggly let's try with the brush. Where'd it go? Get some finer lines. So not only does it, you know, you can use the alcohol markers, you can use acrylic, you can use your paint markers. This is like another, I'm not sure if this will work on here, but it's like a Sharpie. Oh yeah, let me get thinner lines. Getting a little crazy with the lines, but you know, then all you gotta do is flip it over and apply your color. So, you know, there's the paint marker. Works great. That, let's try one of the alcohol markers. It's a dark color. Isn't that cool? It's so pretty. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go on and show this. This is so cool. And then the deals, I mean, I couldn't believe that I got those, and I just got the poster paints today. I mean, 16 bucks, and I just tried them out this morning, and they are just, they're great. They're so good. So let me show you that again, because I have to go get this poster color. And mine, it said transparent, but then you keep reading it, it did say opaque. I don't know, sometimes the wording on some of the eBay sellers are, gotta be careful, but look at that. And then, you know, you can find a page in your journal. I only have one page left in my journal, so I gotta write about my son's birthday. It was this weekend. And I could put our picture in there and just like washi tape this in like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy. I could just throw him in here. You know, I think it looks so cool. So yeah, I have to do a flip through my journal. I can like stick that there. Can use it as a bookmark. You know. So that's what I wanted to show you. I better cut this short because I don't want to have to do a bunch of editing and all that. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some inspiration. And definitely go check those deals out if you haven't already. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye.